Hey there, Kinga here. I wanted to follow up on one of my previous videos, this one, where I talked about how judgment says more about us than it does about those who we judge. And if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out because it sets the foundation for what I'm about to share here. I'm going to leave the link below in the description section. And since that video, I've been just reflecting even more on judgment and its impact. Something I've noticed over time is that judgment doesn't just affect our relationships with others, it also creates this energetic density around us or within our field about whatever we judge, keeping it in our vibrational reality. And from there, it is easy for it to manifest because whatever we criticize, we don't like, we don't want, basically, whatever we kind of give energy to, we invite into our reality. So, from my experience, judgment seems to attract exactly what we criticize in others. Now, let me give you some personal examples. For example, there was this friend of mine who I used to silently judge for always focusing on what he was eating. Every time we spoke, it was about what he just ate and what he was going to eat next. And he was always craving something. Every topic was always about food. And I honestly couldn't understand this obsession. And I thought to myself, how can someone always be so fixated on food? And then a few weeks later, I found myself in the same cycle. I became obsessed with food in a way that I hadn't been before. And I could finally understand what that obsession was about, so I could have more compassion for him. And I also remember when I was much, much younger, I felt disgusted by people who had dandruff on their shoulders, you know, that white thing from your scalp. And I was like, how does someone let that happen? And just a few months later, guess what happened? I started dealing with dandruff myself. I couldn't believe it. It was like I had somehow invited it into my life, into my reality, by judging it in others. Luckily, I was able to get rid of it fast. And then this just got me thinking about how judgment really works. Because I also remember watching a video, probably some decades ago, when Viktor Orban, Hungary's prime minister, was just walking with another politician, and there were like a couple of soldiers there, and he didn't really realize that his mic was still on. And as he was passing by some soldiers, he said it to the man walking with him that I'm glad these guys are in shape because I hate when people get so fat and they have this massive belly. And fast forward to today, there he is, looking like a bull himself. It's a real life example of how judgment can come back to us in unexpected ways. And here's the thing. This happens because judgment creates a space where resistance lives. When we criticize, we resist, we push against it, and that keeps it stuck in our energy field. Because when we judge something, whether it's an action or a person or an event, a situation, we are actually energetically aligning ourselves with it. Even if we are rejecting it or hating it, our focus is still on it, even though or because we are trying to push it away. And by trying to push it away, by resisting it, we give it more energy and we keep it stuck in our field. It's like saying, I don't want that, but still giving it our attention. And wherever attention goes, energy flows. So by focusing on what we don't want, we're actually attracting it into our lives. So I highly recommend learning to live as judgment-free as possible. Not just for yourself, but for those around you. Living with judgment creates a lighter, more allowing and freer space and energy. And that is incredibly magnetic. In this space of freedom, things can flow effortlessly, also people, to you. And you can still observe the world around you and have preferences based on what works for you, what feels comfortable and what doesn't, and what aligns with your values and what doesn't. But the key is to free yourself from criticizing or judging yourself and others, of course. When you actually let go of judgment, you also create space where others feel free from judging you or themselves. It's also a very comfortable space. It's a powerful shift that can transform your life and your relationships. And this is exactly what I teach in my new course on Insight Timer, Create a Judgment-Free Life, both for yourself and those around you. It's all about freeing ourselves from the weight of judgment, so we can live in alignment with what truly matters and allow ourselves and others around us to just simply be. You can listen to this audio course on Insight Timer as part of your paid membership, or by using the 7-day free trial. I'm going to leave the link below, as always, in the description section below. And I also believe that judgment, as I said, is a powerful force that can limit our lives and connections, but we can change that. And in this 5-day course, you'll explore the root causes of judgment and learn to release criticism toward yourself and others. With practical tools, meditations, and reflections, you get to create a judgment-free zone in your life, opening up space for more peace, acceptance, and freedom. I guide you on how to release the patterns of judgment that hold us back from truly connecting with ourselves and others. And in the process, you will also discover the freedom that comes from letting go of the old habits. Now, if you're ready to shift your energy and experience life without the constant weight of judgment, I'd love for you to check out the course. It's all about letting go of the need to criticize and allowing yourself and others to just simply be. And there's so much freedom in that. So, what's the lesson here? The lesson, I think, is when we stop judging, we stop attracting what we don't want. Instead, we open ourselves up to more of what we do want: connection, freedom, and peace. And if you are interested, feel free to sign up for the course, and you can find it on Insight Timer. I'm going to leave the link below as always. And like, share, and subscribe for more. I hope this message resonated with you, and thanks for watching. Hope to see you around. Take care. Bye-bye.